Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits that I've experienced since going vegan. For you today, I have 5 mental or psychological benefits and also 5 physical benefits that I've experienced since going vegan. I chose to talk about psychological benefits as well as physical because I think people don't really talk about it enough, seeing that veganism is not just a diet, it's also a lifestyle. So let's get into that, shall we? I have been vegan for over 4 years, almost 5 years now, since I was a 14-year-old and now I'm 19. First of all, we're gonna start with the physical benefits because that's what everyone seems to want to hear more. First thing that I'm gonna say is I lost a lot of weight when I first went vegan. I lost something over 20 pounds. I don't really know because after I lost a bunch of weight, then I started to exercise more and then I started gaining a little bit of weight because I was gaining muscle. So I'm gonna say I don't want anyone to think that that's what is gonna happen to you guaranteed. Just because you go vegan doesn't mean you're gonna lose weight or doesn't mean you're going to be healthier. There's so many things that you can eat that are vegan and some are healthy, some are not. You still have to find out for yourself. But with that said, most people are gonna lose weight when they go vegan just because a lot of animal products are very high in calories, high in fat. I used to eat a lot of meat, a lot of cheese, a lot of butter. So as you can imagine, cutting all those things out, even though I was eating a lot of the vegan versions of them, I lost weight really quickly because of that. My second physical benefit I'm gonna say is being vegan forced me to eat more fiber. Well, before I was vegan, I wasn't eating that many fruits and vegetables on the regular. I would eat fruit sometimes, and I would eat veggies sometimes. But the portions that I was eating them in were small and definitely not as much as I should be. And then I was eating lots of meat and cheese, and so my digestive system really improved. I'm not ashamed of this at all. When you go vegan, you're probably gonna poop way better. Yeah, you feel less clogged, and especially when my family has a big party, a Thanksgiving feast or a Christmas dinner or whatever. After dinner, everyone else is in their food coma stage, dying. My uncle goes and takes a nap. Everyone's just ugh. I'm I feel fine. I don't play around during holiday season. I eat. Yeah, I'll feel totally fine after dinner just because the vegan versions of whatever holiday foods, even if they're just as caloric or fatty or sugary or whatever, they're typically gonna have more fiber and more higher water content, so they just pass through you easier. I don't know, you feel more fresh, I guess. That's how I would. And then the third thing that I'm going to talk about physical benefits is that my period improved a lot. I mean, obviously it's kind of hard to objectively judge what's affecting your period exactly because I said, I was vegan throughout almost my whole high school career. So as you can imagine, there's fluctuations with my hormones that have nothing to do with veganism through that time of my life. But I can say as I started eating less animal products and healthier foods, more fruits and vegetables, my period time, I guess, the time length of my period would decrease. So when I was eating really terribly, tons of meat, tons of cheese, it was 8 days. It's terrible, I know. Then in middle school, it was something 5 days, maybe 6 days. And then when I started going vegan, it got down to 3 or 4 days. And I've noticed that everything in that general area just smells better now. Fourthly, I'm gonna say that I have more energy as a vegan than I did before. What I said earlier kind of goes with the whole food coma thing. You just feel fresher, more vibrant after eating than you would if you ate meat and cheese. Biggest thing was the meat. Taking out meat from my diet, it just made me feel lighter and more energetic. When I started eating vegan, when I would work out and do jumping jacks, I just felt my body was so much lighter. It was just able to frolic through the fields of life just easier, just because it's not full of animal flesh and bullshit like that. physical. It's not really like about your body, but like I'm saying it's physical because it's about like the physical act of eating, but it kind of like connects into my first psychological point. But it's that you're able to eat more, like more often and in more volume on a plant-based diet than you are on an animal product-based diet, just because like plant foods are lower in calories, they're typically lower in fat and protein. So like in order to get enough protein, to get enough calories, you're actually supposed to eat more in volume and to eat more often or whatever. And then this is like part of the psychological reason. I felt like less guilt eating food because, and I know like this is disordered eating I'm talking about, like you should never think of food that way. I'm just saying like this is how I experienced it when I was eating meat and butter and cheese and stuff like that. I felt like eating a pork, just like a serving size of meat, like of especially like beef or pork or whatever, or a serving size of cheese was like affecting me so greatly, just that serving size. Like I felt, just because like it's higher in like fat and calories and whatnot. But with like plant foods, it's like you can eat so much like rice or beans or veggies or fruit or whatever. I just felt less like guilty about eating vegan foods. So there's that. So my second psychological benefit is that I think I've become more grateful of the food that I have since going vegan. And I've explained this in a video before, but when I was vegan, like let's say we got donuts or something, I'm just like, yay, donuts, and then I eat the donuts. But like when you're vegan, it's like when you find a place, well, okay, for people who don't live in like LA or someplace where there's vegan stuff everywhere, for me it's like now being a vegan, if I find a place or if I'm like in a town where there's a vegan donut shop, like that's so exciting because I'm not like used to having that option, so I don't like take it for granted as I did when I wasn't vegan. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying like I wasn't grateful at all or like I didn't care about food back then. I was still excited to eat food. I still loved food. But like I didn't like appreciate it as much as now, where it's like if I go to a restaurant and like something says vegan on it, I'm like excited. I'm like, yes, vegan, like yes, this is what I wanted. And I'm talking about like special like vegan options. I don't just like go to the store and be like, yes, rice, that's vegan, hallelujah. It's not. It's more like when I find like special vegan stuff, things like vegan mac and cheese or like I said, like a vegan donut or something. The third psychological benefit I'm going to talk about is that I'm more prone to be conscious and less prone to be ignorant now. What I mean by that is like going vegan at 14, at that age I wasn't super into like politics yet. I wasn't super into like social justice or environmentalism or any of that. So like veganism was like the first like on switch that I had into the mindset of like questioning things, questioning what you're being taught, and questioning, is this okay? Is this right? Should I keep doing this? Is there a better method for this thing that we're doing in society? And so like after realizing like how wrong I was about the way animals are treated, about what we need to eat to live, like realizing how wrong I was about those things made me realize like there's so many other things that I need to learn, that I need to like look into and change about my lifestyle. And also that like seeing that going vegan for me, especially at a young age, was like, it was definitely a challenge, but it brought forth so many like positives to my life, and now I'm so much happier with myself in that way. And like, you know, like it's only been a positive experience for me to overcome that challenge. After learning what I've learned, I'm more like prone to look into other parts of my life and try and become less problematic in other areas of my life. Even though they're challenges, they can bring forth positive effects, I guess. So maybe that didn't make sense, but maybe it did make sense. So fourth thing is that it forced me to kind of like take control of my food situation. You know, I definitely would have got involved in grocery shopping, got involved in cooking for myself, preparing my meals eventually, obviously, but it wouldn't have been so quickly and at such a young age. if I hadn't gone vegan, because after going vegan I had to be more active in like the food preparation and in like the grocery shopping, because like my mom didn't know exactly what everything is vegan and exactly what to make us for dinner or whatever, so I would need to do things for myself a lot of the time, and that was partly a challenge, but it was really beneficial in that, like, you know, you save more money by knowing how to prepare your food, and you often eat healthier, especially instead of like getting food from the school cafeteria or the student snack store or whatever. The fifth thing that I'm gonna talk about that's like psychological is going vegan and learning about veganism, wanting to promote veganism gave my life another purpose. Like, it gave me something bigger than myself to be a part of, and that was really cool for me, especially because at that age I didn't really have anything that strong that I was passionate about. I was still kind of trying to find like what I wanted to do with my life, like how I wanted to leave a effect on the world, and so that gave me like a starting point. Now I have so many things that I want to do with my life. I have so many like passions, but at the time I was more lost. It's like, this is something that I want to spend my life doing, and I thought that was really cool. That's pretty much it. I mean, obviously there's other things that I could say, but these are like the main things that I've experienced and that I think are important. If you're vegan or if you're transitioning into veganism, you should comment like benefits that you've experienced, whether they're psychological or physical or whatever. I like reading comments. I think it's fun. So thank you for watching this video, and I love you guys. I love to hear feedback. I love the support. Yeah, see you later. Bye.